Welcome back, Buffs fans, to another weekly segment dedicated to your Colorado Buffaloes. I'm your host, Mark Johnson, and we've got a fantastic show lined up for you today, Mark Johnson said enthusiastically. Mark gestures towards an empty chair next to him, anticipation building. Joining us first, the one and only, Coach Prime. Dion, thanks for being here, Mark Johnson said respectfully. It's my pleasure, Mark. Always good to talk with the Buff Nation. Deion Sanders replied with confidence. Coach Prime sits down, his eyes scanning the set with a discerning gaze. Next up, we have offensive coordinator Pat Shurmur, Mark Johnson said, welcoming him to the show. Thanks, Mark. Glad to be here, Pat Shurmur replied professionally. Shurmur laid the play diagram on the desk, his attention focused on Coach Prime. And last but not least, our quarterback, Kaidon Salter. Kaidon, great to have you, Mark Johnson said energetically. Appreciate it, Mark. Ready to talk some football. Kaidon Salter replied enthusiastically. Salter bounces the football lightly, his eyes full of competitive spirit. Mark Johnson asked Coach Prime what the overall mood of the team was heading into this week's game, his tone inquisitive. Coach Prime, determined, replied that the mood was focused. He said they had identified their weaknesses and were addressing them head-on. They were hungry for victory. Coach Prime leaned forward, his intensity palpable. Pat, can you give us some insight into the offensive strategy for this week? Mark Johnson asked inquisitively. We're looking to establish a strong run game early to open up passing opportunities. We've been working on some new formations to keep the defense guessing, Pat Shurmur explained analytically. Shurmur points to the play diagram, elaborating on the offensive schemes. Mark Johnson asked Kaidon how he was feeling about leading the offense this week, his voice inquisitive. Kaidon Salter responded confidently, saying he was feeling confident and prepared. He mentioned that the offensive line had been giving him great protection and the receivers were making plays. He asserted that they were ready to execute. Salter spun the football on his finger, exuding poise under pressure. Coach Prime, Pat, Kaidon, thank you all for your time and insights, Mark Johnson said, appreciative. Buffs fans, there you have it. Showing a look inside your Colorado Buffaloes as they prepare for this week's game. Mark Johnson smiles at the camera, signaling the end of the segment.